Oh, hey everybody, Darksoul6875 here, and welcome back to Thoughts of a Dark Soul. Today we are going to cover multiple topics in one segment. Probably not going to be too long of a podcast, though, because unfortunately one of the two others that I wanted to join us, Dark Paladin, was not able to.
They flaked out like a bunch of bitches.
He's probably just asleep, honestly.
Bitch.
Joining me today is Ray, and the first topic we're going to cover is one that Ray isn't too familiar with. And I was hoping Don would be here because he's a lot more familiar than I am. And that is the casting choice for the 13th Doctor. It was revealed, I want to say about a week ago now, or at least feels like a week ago, that Jodie Whittaker is going to be the 13th Doctor. And this has alienated quite a bit of the Doctor Who fandom.
Seemed pretty divisive. I'm actually going to go to that reveal trailer and see how many dislikes it was up to. It was crazy.
Yeah, and for the life of me, I just don't get why.
Let's see. It's at 300,000 views, almost 400,000. Yeah, it's literally almost halfway. 5,000. So 5,200 likes, 3,800 dislikes. It's
God
almost.
damn.
It's like. Yeah, let's see. I mean, most people who are saying it is, here's a comment, are you fucking kidding me? A female Doctor Who? That's it. I'm leaving Doctor Who. Or,
Yeah.
you had to make the 13th Doctor trans. BBC,
What?
you fucking ruined my favorite TV show. Not happy. Should be male. Not interested in watching the TV series at all. Disgusted. The Doctor is not a is not a gay black Muslim woman. I think
Found the
this guy's.
troll.
I think this guy's trolling around. Yeah. Let's see. Some people are saying this will either make or break it.
Yeah,
If she plays the Doctor, everything will be fine. But if she plays the female Doctor, then that's when the Doctor Who will fall. What?
okay, I get that. Okay,
People
so
are like, "Oh God, it's the Ghostbusters remake all over again." And I'm like,
I mean, I can kind of see where they're coming from, and that comment that you read that you didn't get, I think I'll elaborate on that a bit. So what they're saying is, as long as the writing stays as it is, the character still embodies, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor still embodies the Doctor as the character, not, the writing is now, we're just going to write it as if it's just a female. They're just still, because the Doctor, as a character, what it stands for is just saving and helping people. As long as they're not spouting, there was a big nitpick I had with Series 10, where every episode had like a little line about how either Bill, the companion, was a female, that she was black, or that she was gay, or a mixture of the three. There was always like a little throwaway line in every little episode. It irked me, but it didn't take away from Bill as a companion. I'm like, okay, it was still a great companion.
this one guy says, "Feminism. I hope you're happy. You got your present wrapped up and ready to go. The Doctor is now a female after overall male-dominated role. The Doctor is now gay because of the relation with the Doctor's wife, quote, in quotations. Not only that, the Doctor is trans because the Doctor is an alien. Feminism, you win. We get it. You hate white men."
I will honestly say no to both of those, because technically we've seen the end of River Song's story. So technically she never met this incarnation of the Doctor. So,
Hey man, okay, cool. I don't know.
she essentially, his wife, quote unquote, was another time traveler, and she knew when she would meet him and when they would last meet, and so we've seen the last time they've met. That was like a Christmas special, like a couple years ago. So technically, his wife will never meet this incarnation. The whole trans thing is, they're an alien species, and this was even touched on in the Series 10 finale. Time Lords don't essentially adhere to gender roles. There's like, he makes a joke, the Doctor makes a joke line, it's like, you humans are way too obsessed about gender, we Time Lords have gone past that. And then Bill's like, yeah, but you call yourself Time Lords. And he just kind of looks at it, like, yeah, we do.
Huh.
So essentially, everybody's like, oh, they're trans, oh, it's gay. Like, no. It's River Song will never meet Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, that we know of. Time travel's weird. And trans is technically only, I mean, if we were to talk about this as two different species, which is what the scenario is, trans doesn't technically apply to a different species, does it? When you're able to regenerate from a male to a female, does that make you trans?
I don't know. This is something up Joe's ass.
Well, because my thing is the regeneration process takes every cell in your body and remakes it. So you're technically not even the same person at that point. This is a whole new person the Doctor becomes.
Like, here's my thing. I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I know very little about Doctor Who. The only thing I know is he gets reincarnated and he becomes a different person, different psyche, different personality.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, when I found out that they were doing a female, I'm like, oh, I wonder what took them so long. You know?
Yeah.
It didn't bother me. Again, I know nothing about the show or the mythos, or maybe he's supposed to be a dude, or general. You know.
Well, in the series 9 finale, the Doctor actually kills another Time Lord. He shoots one. But before he does it, he asks, how many regenerations you got left? Or it was like, what regeneration you on? They're like, number 8 or 9 or whatever. And so he shoots him. Mind you, this is an old white man. And the regeneration scene that it shows, he becomes a young black female. Like, so they established, at least in the last series, that this could happen. And I don't know if in the classic series they ever talked about this. This is where Dark Paladin would probably know way more fucking than I would.
Yeah.
So technically, in the canon, as it's stated via the TV show, this can happen, and it's really not that big of a deal. People are, like, really blowing this out of proportion. I'm more interested in how the show is going in its direction and in its writing with the new showrunner more than I am the actual actress playing the character. If the show's writing goes downhill, then I'm going to stop watching. I'm not going to force myself to watch a show that has shit writing. That's not why I watch these shows. I watch it because I like the writing and I like the stories. If that goes downhill, I'm going to be done with it. Fair enough. But I'm not going to be done just because, oh no, my Doctor's female. It doesn't fucking make any sense to me. It's like, as long as the actress does a good job and as long as the writing's good, those are the two key elements that I think makes a show good. As long as your actors are good and your writing is good, you're fucking golden. Those are the two key components about a show to me.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, that's pretty much it for me. Like, I think the fan base is reacting as any other passionate fan base would.
Yeah, and I mean, there's definitely a lot of toxicity within this fan base and its niches.
Yeah, I definitely think that gender bending, racial profiling, just like anything, whenever you change a character,
especially a character that's been portrayed this long. You know, we're almost about to hit 55 years, I think.
But I also just think it's in the writing. Like, I find here I'm okay with it because the idea of him always being reincarnated was a gimmick created so they could continue the show with new actors. Like, let's be real here. They did this intentionally. They wrote Doctor Who in a way that it could literally be timeless. Yeah. It doesn't matter what the era could be. That said, there are some, like, that's why I think it's an exception to this gender bent and also changing the race. Yeah. Just like completely changing character. It's almost like an exception. It was written this way. Because I do have some gripes whenever producers take something that I like and they change it just for the sake of changing it or just for the sake of pandering to a certain demographic. Because
technically the idea of it isn't that far-fetched.
It really isn't in that universe, to me at least, and from what I've heard.
I mean, even to me. Now, once again, if we had Dark Paladin here, maybe he would shed some more light on this, and maybe he'll make a couple angry comments.
Maybe, but he's a piece.
Maybe he'll make some angry comments in the section below and probably say, fuck you, Frank, because that's an ongoing joke we've got going now. Had to slide that one in there. Otherwise, I don't have a problem with it. Dark Paladin actually predicted that they were going to cast a female. He's like, I bet it's going to be, like, it was like a week before the announcement. He's like, it's going to be a female. I'm like, all right, well, we'll see. And then the bookies who predicted Capaldi had somebody else picked for the role, and they got blown out of the water. So that was interesting to see as well. So, like I said, I'm just interested to see where the show goes.
I'm sure it's going to be fine. I'm sure nothing much will change, but who knows? Maybe something will.
We'll see. Like I said, it really depends on how the new showrunner takes over. And mind you,
if it's the same writers, the
showrunner picks the writers, from my understanding. And the best part is this showrunner, Jodie Whittaker, was on Broadchurch, and Chris was the head showrunner for Broadchurch as well. So it's not the first time that he's selecting from people he's worked with before.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes sense. Fun fact, David Tennant was also the main character in Broadchurch. So,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's fun.
I'm sure it's gonna be fun.
I'm sure it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see how many people that have been alienated will actually still tune in and watch.
I'm sure they will. Like, everyone's gonna give it a chance,
Yeah.
and then they'll make decisions for the most part.
But yeah, that's all I've really got to say about that. So let's go ahead and move on to our next subject, which is the new Marvel's Defenders trailer. And I know, Ray, you just watched this, and I just watched it over again, and a different trailer for it as well that was in some other country. So what do you think?
About what?
The Defenders.
Oh, we're on Defenders now.
Yeah.
So okay.
we'll just switch up.
I mean, I think it looks fine. I hope. So far, each individual Defenders, besides Iron Fist, and we'll get into that, has taken the tropes and cliches of like the origin stories and have kind of flipped it upside down. Each one has felt pretty fresh and has done these source material a good amount of justice.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Iron Fist kind of took those tropes and cliches and kind of ran with them, which is why that one just wasn't that good. It wasn't very interesting. His whole like, I just felt like they got Iron Fist's character incorrect. Then again, his character in the comics is kind of two-dimensional. I mean, he like, as they expanded upon him, they gave him more layers. But here, it's like they couldn't tell if they were gonna go for a guy who literally had come back a changed man, or he came back and he was still just as unstable as he was.
Yeah,
But
I actually skipped the series because of who they picked as the showrunner.
Not to go on the Iron Fist tangent,
Yeah.
but I think the series, it looks good, looks promising. I thought it was weird. So the song that they played at the very end, like,
the Come As You Are.
They come as
It's Nirvana's Come As You Are.
Nirvana's, right? I thought that was what do you call it? I thought it was weird how they just played it at the very end instead of throughout the song. I was like,
well, I think that's because
okay.
that's what they did in the first trailer.
Did they?
Yeah, they
I was
used.
looking again.
Yeah, they slowed it down a bit.
Okay.
But they used "Come As You Are" pretty much throughout the whole first trailer.
Okay.
But this is kind of like the official song for this series.
Yeah. So the trailer, the tone of it matches what they did in the series. So I think I honestly think it's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Having Sigourney Weaver as a villain. Sigourney, I love I love her as a hero. I think I love her more as a hero, but still, she's a great choice.
Oh yeah, I was actually surprised they had gotten her to play a villain. Like,
I don't. I mean, she's at this point. She's choosing a lot of roles. She's choosing roles like she's done this her entire life. She chooses roles that are fun, and she knows that will keep her busy. This will definitely keep her busy.
Yeah.
I hope she'll stick around. I hope she isn't just like a one season and done. So we'll have to see with that. But as far as chemistry goes, like we saw a bit of it in this.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fine. It looks like Luke Cage and Jessica Jones are definitely gonna be the smart Alex of the group.
Yeah, and it kind of looks like there's gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Daredevil's gonna be the Captain America.
He's the straight guy.
He's like he's not the street guy. He's more. Well, I mean, I get what you mean by street guy, but like he's like the nice guy.
Yeah. Wait. Did you think I said street or straight?
I thought you said street.
I said straight.
I'm gonna check the tapes. Anyway, Iron Fist. I didn't really see enough of him to really make a judgment. He seems like the same. So we'll see. Hopefully they made his character a little better.
Definitely looks like we're gonna get a little bit of group conflict probably about halfway through.
Well, obviously, yeah, because Jessica and Luke, both of them have their kind of own agendas.
Demons,
like they don't want to be assholes, but they also know that they've been through so much pain that they don't really trust anyone. So that's a good dynamic. We'll see where that goes. I wonder. So this is in the comics. So the original Defenders honestly wasn't even this group. The original Defenders actually had Doctor Strange, Hulk. Oh God, it had like Doctor Strange, Hulk, and Nando.
What?
It's like it was Marvel's version of Aquaman.
Gotcha.
And Silver Surfer.
Huh.
Like that was the original Defenders. So this is a very different version.
Different take.
the Defenders in the past weren't super popular because it was just like an offshoot Avengers.
Yeah.
So going with a more human take on it, because each one of those characters were incredibly strong. Jessica Jones, Daredevil, Luke Cage, they're like on Spider-Man tier,
Yeah.
which isn't necessarily bad, but it's not world-ending. It's not like the Hulk. So I think just like in Spider-Man: Homecoming, having the ears closer to the ground.
Yeah.
It like I said, the universe makes sense so far. They're fighting appropriate enemies.
They're not Suicide Squadding it.
Yeah, my God, let's not even get into that.
They're not.
But yeah. So I think all of them are looking great. Yeah, it was just a pretty cool trailer. I'm excited to see what they're gonna take the series with. And no, I don't know if you got anything to add.
Not much. I did, and obviously it's got its Marvel quips. There's a scene. It's like Daredevil's like, "I'm really glad I found you," and Luke Cage looks at him and is like, "I'm not hugging you." It's definitely.
Oh yeah. I like that.
It's like, and I think Luke Cage even has another line. It's like, "I'm not looking for super friends."
Ooh, I totally forgot to mention one other thing. I wonder if they do this in the comics. So later on, like I said, in the comics, they eventually did gravitate towards more of like what we have now, the Defenders.
Yeah.
But Jessica Jones, she's fucked up in the head. She's had a really messed up life. She's always trying to cope with it. So there is a sort of fling between her and Luke Cage in the comics.
They've already done that.
Did they?
Yeah, he was in. Luke Cage was already in Jessica Jones.
Was he? Did they fuck or not?
Yeah, they fucked.
Oh,
they broke the bed.
Okay, never mind. So yeah, all right. So they did it in the comics. Cool. All right. That's all I had to know.
I think they did it in It was either Jessica Jones or in Luke Cage. I can't remember which. I know they did it though. I just don't remember which series. It all kind of blends together after a while.
That's not. You shouldn't say that. That's not.
I'm not. No, it's just because I've watched them and I haven't watched them recently. When I'm trying to like think of, because their stories do intercept a couple times. So, the one thing that I got from the international trailer is like there's 2 seconds of Punisher. So, and his line is like, "I'm sorry, I'm late to the party." So it looks like we possibly might either get a Punisher cameo or he might be reprising his role in the Defenders as well. And I really liked this Punisher, and I'm glad he's not only getting his own series, but might also be in the Defenders. So I'm really excited to see where that goes.
Yeah, I thought John Bernthal was still like a perfect choice to play the Punisher.
I was skeptical at first, but
really?
Yeah, mostly just because I've only seen him as Shane, so I know nothing else of his work. So going in with only seeing Shane, I'm like, okay, this could work. And then I came out of season 2, I'm like, oh my god, I need more of this. Why were you not in here more? And also, we might get Elektra as kind of this the sub villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know if she's like a villain or just question.
It looks like she might be working with Sigourney Weaver's character, or maybe she's trying to influence her to work for her.
Maybe, yeah.
Because we do see her interact with her quite a bit in the trailer, so it's kind of interesting to see. So yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add. I'm really excited for it. I forgot when. I think it premieres this year, right? I think it premieres this year, right?
It should, yeah.
So yeah, I'm excited for that. So the next thing, and this is the thing that Ray will probably just fucking go on and on and on about. I'll have to stop him. The second Justice League trailer has premiered, and oh my god, it is amazing. And they didn't Batman vs Superman, where I'm already disappointed by trailer number 2.
Well, like trailer 2 hyped and disappointed me because when they showed Doomsday.
Yeah, I mean that's what I mean. Like there was no Doomsday aspect.
What's
to
to
this
say?
trailer.
It's the Justice League. They're the greatest team on planet Earth. They're gonna come here, save us all, save the movie industry, and just fucking destroy the box office. Nothing.
We
more
can
to say.
only hope.
No, nothing more to say. That's you just had to put the Justice League and sold out everywhere. That's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Real talk though, I mean.
But I'm like, come on now.
Real talk though, I mean, it's a cool trailer. It looks like Wonder Woman is she's fighting crime, like petty crime.
Yeah, and when I watched the trailer a second time, I don't know if it was shot intentionally like this, or if maybe they just edited the trailer, but we didn't see the main robber's face at all. It was like cut off from the neck down. I don't know if that was done on purpose or if it was just...
Might be done on purpose. Maybe that scene. I hope that scene plays a more than just, oh hey, Wonder Woman's fighting crime.
Little gag.
Water is wet.
Right.
Like, okay, so hopefully there's a little bit more to that, and maybe there is.
Oh, okay, so you know how I talked to you about the last 10 seconds of the trailer, right?
Yeah, let's work till when we get there, though.
Yeah. I'll bring that up in a second.
So
we see the world is still mourning Superman, obviously, and we're seeing a bit more of each kind of character in their element, I would say. At least we're seeing a little bit more of Aquaman.
Their hometown.
Yeah. And I guess Themyscira is playing a somewhat big role in this as well.
Okay, well, to explain the Themyscira scene, it seems Themyscira has a mother box.
Has a what? You cut out for me.
It seems Themyscira has a mother box, which is
Okay.
what Darkseid is going after. And you're probably wondering, what the fuck
fuck's
is
a mother box? Yeah, it's like, was where I put my computer?
A mother box, I've always had a hard time describing these things. They're like almost like mini computers, but think of them as like computers to like the universe. Like they can access any type of energy. They can literally change physics around them.
Okay.
You can use them if you hardest think of them as like individual infinity gauntlets.
Oh God!
Like, then that's still like on a much lesser scale, but they're that strong. They manipulate space. They manipulate time. They also have a bit of sentience. Like they trigger due to energy surges, or if they sense danger. And basically, the main usage of these are Darkseid and other cosmic entities are always trying to get a hold of these things to get a hold of these things just to use them for their gain.
Okay.
Like a mother box is literally like the ultimate multi. Like it just has so many uses. It's like every other panel. It's like, hey, they can transport you to this dimension. Hey, it can take you here.
So essentially, it can almost
and
do like anything.
yeah, and there were multiple of them. They were created. It was basically the whole point of them. They were created by the new gods. That this is the technology that the actual gods used.
Huh.
So,
Okay.
because the whole thing with DC, the gods in their universes like still use technology, and basically all the old technology eventually was passed down to us.
Okay.
But they still have their own. So Darkseid is part of the new gods. He's like an exiled one. So him trying to assemble and get the mother boxes makes sense. So it looks like, from what I've seen from the previous trailers, there's one on Themyscira. There's gonna be one on Earth, obviously. And it's not like the Infinity Stones where there's like a concrete number. There could be any number of mother boxes in the universe. It's just try to keep them out of Darkseid's hands.
Okay.
So yeah, it looks like that's what Themyscira's role is going to be in it. Some people are theorizing that there might be a flashback, which I think there will be, because Hippolyta is going to be in the movie again. She was played by Robin Wright, I think her name was, right?
I think so.
From Forrest Gump and Wonder Woman. Spoiler
I don't know the actress's name.
I don't know. Well, spoiler alert, the one who died. So she should be there.
Interesting.
Moving on past
That.
the boxes. So, like, the mother box is gonna play a pivotal role. Darkseid's not in this movie series. Let's get it out of the way. It's gonna be Steppenwolf. Steppenwolf is Darkseid's right-hand lieutenant. Literally a nerf version of Darkseid. He's just super strength, cosmic energy, and he has like this battle axe that he can just swing around, and it's like Thor's hammer.
Gotcha.
One thing I thought was, like, every time they show a little bit more of the Flash, I get more and more excited for that character.
Yeah.
Did you see, like, the fucking scene where he just pokes the glass, and because
it just
he's moving,
shatters?
it doesn't even shatter, it ripples first. It's like a bubble, and then it shatters because he's moving at such high speed.
Yeah.
Because if you ever watch glass, like, shatter in slow motion, it almost looks liquidic. It looks
Yeah.
very,
I've watched Mythbusters. I know what that shit looks like.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did that, I think the Flash is gonna be awesome.
And then the scene where he just kind of tips Wonder Woman's sword just a little bit, just so she
just
can
a
grab
little
it.
bit. I just love like when it's just like I don't fight, you know, I just push people and run. And it's like it's true. That's what he fucking does. He doesn't need to fight.
Right? Or the where they're all on the roof talking to Commissioner Gordon.
That's towards the end. Yeah. When you get towards the end, it's like, oh, they all left. Oh,
They all really vanished. Man, that's rude. Okay,
so,
bye.
So right now I'm liking the Flash is gonna have a lot of personality. Aquaman is definitely gonna have a lot of personality. My God, are they really trying to make Aquaman? They have tried so hard and they're succeeding of making people forget about the orange spandex and green.
Oh yeah,
pants.
they are really they are like throwing everything they can to make us forget about him.
They just had to throw Jason Momoa in, and that's
They really did. And it looks like he's just having a fucking blast.
Yeah, I think every member of the Justice League looks great. Cyborg, while
we still haven't got a lot on him though.
And I don't know. I feel like that's an intentional move. Hopefully, it's not like he's not very big in the movie. I hope he plays a very pivotal part because they did show how he has his little tentacle hacking things where he can basically plug into anything and hijack it. He hijacked the Batmobile. That's fucking sick.
Right?
Is that
Alfred, I'm taking over. Who is this?
Yeah. My only thing is I wonder what they're gonna do with him personality-wise. They're obviously not going for the animated Teen Titans. So like even though I've read the previous Cyborg where he was kind of had a dry sense of humor, he was a much darker character. They lightened him up in such a way in Teen Titans. I just got spoiled by it, and I just love it. So I think they're gonna go more original. He's gonna have a dry sense of humor. He's literally gonna just be backhanding everyone with his comments. So I think he's still gonna be funny in his own way. We just haven't gotten enough. I just feel like you got someone like Ray Fisher. He's not really well known, but if you follow this guy's Instagram and Twitter, my God, is this guy like the Teen Titans, like Cyborg? So I hope he brings a little bit of that eventually as the character develops.
Maybe we'll get like a little hint of that in the movie. We can only hope.
Literally, he's already started a trend called Borg Life. He has like shirts and shit. Like,
God, yeah. I'm just check this guy out.
Like, let me see if I can find like this vine of him like just lifting and he's just screaming Borg Life with every rep. So he's a really like he and Ezra are doing or Urza. I always forget.
I don't know. They're doing a great job though.
Yeah, like they have a lot of chemistry off screen, so I hope they do stuff on screen too. Yeah, it's this right here.
I'll check that later because I don't want to have that.
Yeah, no, I'll just send it to you. Well, I'll just put it in here. Hilarious.
So essentially, it's looking to shape up to be very good. There's only one kind of gripe I had with this trailer, and at the beginning of the trailer, we see a stack of papers saying "World Without Hope." I caught that on my second little watch through the trailer. And then at the end, we see Alfred talking to somebody off screen. He's like, I knew he said you would show up. And he's like, I just hope you're on time. I hope you get there in time. And I'm just like, motherfucker. Did you just do what I think you just did, trailer?
I guess like here, even if they were to show Superman, which I'm glad they did it, at least here we kind of expected it because the BVS. No one was like,
and they had the whole thing with the glass shaking as well.
Yeah, man.
He's like water. Like a fucking T-Rex just walked in.
Sir, I'm pretty sure that's either scotch and/or.
Oh no, I thought it was just water. I wasn't paying attention.
It's fucking amber colored.
Oh, was it amber colored?
I watched the like 10 times.
Oh, I wasn't. I was mostly just paying attention to what was going on in the glass, not what the color of it was. My bad.
Oh, you should. Oh, you see, I'm a bartender, so I gotta notice these things. You know? Anyway, so
fucking
yeah.
Tyrannosaurus Rex just walks into the
literally like I would yodel if it's like not even Superman.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, like that's
Shazam
like
or someone.
If they're just doing it to fuck with me, I am so on board with that. But I'm just like I'm so worried that was just so obvious to me. I'm just like.
Yeah, I mean, we all know Superman's coming back because
I'm just
it's whatever.
That was like the closest thing to a Doomsday-ish kind of thing that they had. I'm just like,
at least they didn't show what he looks like. Because if they do bring him back, a lot of
is it the mullet?
The super mullet? Is he gonna have a black suit? How did he survive? Where did he go? Like the story changes so many times. No, fucking kill yourself.
Later.
But so yeah, I mean, as a DC fan, yeah, I'm super hyped. Wonder Woman has washed a lot of bad taste and has given me hope. But again, this Wonder Woman was manned by different people. That's the thing. This is Zack Snyder. I still think Zack Snyder is a great director when he has the right materials and he like.
And I mean, to be fair, when I first kind of really started to like this Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman, it was in Batman versus Superman. What made me just fall in love with her was her own movie. So I feel like he still has a rough idea of what to do with her. Yeah,
like I feel like he does. I mean, there's so many things in production that could be fucking with him, but I feel like if he has the right materials. And here, this script, if I remember correctly, was completely Chris Terrio, who Chris Terrio did rewrites for BVS, which again, rewrites can go either way because you're literally like handling someone else's thoughts and trying to make them cohesive.
And we don't know if these were good rewrites, bad rewrites.
David S. Goyer did it, and he's a guy who did the Dark Knight trilogy. But then again, he also had Christopher Nolan manning a lot of it. Yeah. So he's another guy. Like, to put things in perspective, he fucking did The Spirit, which no one remembers that movie because it's terrible.
I was about to say, I never even heard of it.
It was terrible. Don't worry about it.
Gotcha.
He also did the third Blade movie, which was debatably the worst. Ugh. So he's a guy who, again, much like Zach, if he doesn't have the right amount of guidance always, it just doesn't work. Like, when Zach has all the control and just no restraint, we get shit like Sucker Punch. Yeah. But when he does have a good idea, we get movies like Watchmen, we get movies like Dawn of the Dead, so we'll see. We'll see. Like, this is his chance to really show everyone that, hey, and also Joss Whedon has also helped with this too after Zach's tragedy with the thing, with his family, and then we still don't know who's going to do the part of Justice League. Yeah, so that's very up in the air, but we'll just have to wait and see. I know this comes out this year, right? Yeah, it comes out I'm pretty sure it comes out like during like October, November. It's coming out. It is coming soon. Right? Yeah, November. Fuck, man. It's okay. We got other movies to tie us over till then, I think. Yeah, fuck, dude. But yeah, those are our thoughts on the 3 big things that have been happening relatively recently. Like, some of these trailers just popped up like a day or so ago. I know the Doctor's announcement was like a week ago. I'm a bit late on that, but, you know, I'm always a bit late. It is what it is. So, thank you, Ray, for joining me. Thank you, Dark Paladin, for not joining me, you fucking bastard. Bitch. I hope you all enjoyed. Jigaboo. Whoa. I still don't know what that is, but take it. It's a racial slur. Jigaboo. God damn you. So, thank you all for joining us. I hope you enjoyed today's podcast. If you do, feel free to leave a like. If you would like to talk to any of us about these comments or about what we talked today, please leave a comment below. If you like my content, please feel free to subscribe. And as always, everyone, have a great day.